Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again another reaction for you guys. Today, guys, of course, you can see the journey of Ben 10 Alien Force. This is Season 3, Episode 15. Of course, I won't know the title until I get into the episode. Last week's episode was a pretty big one, of course, Primus, and I was expecting a lot of positive comments, and I did get some on the video, but a lot of you guys were commenting your gripes, your opinions, obviously, which are fine. I want to hear your guys' feedback and everything like that. But a lot of you guys had problems with the episode in terms of the reveal of what the Omnitrix actually is, in terms of essentially being a Wi-Fi connection, essentially, to Primus, the planet. Because that's where all the alien DNA, gets to the Omnitrix, is through its connection to the planet, of course, that Azimuth has made and everything. I personally liked it. I liked the fact that it was something I wasn't expecting in terms of what the Omnitrix is like, in terms of operations and everything, and how it connects to, where all the, because I honestly thought they're just all within the watch itself. It's just all within the Omnitrix. And it turns out, no, there's so much more going on here in terms of Azimuth making specific aliens to get DNA to then place into this database, if you will, that then connects to the Omnitrix wherever it is. And the fact that the planet called it back because it was in danger, because, of course, who shows up? Vilgax. And the fact that Azimuth used it, right? He used the Omnitrix because he was trying to protect the planet, because freaking we finally see what Ghost Freak knew. So Ghost Freak did actually tell Vilgax information. Then, of course, he betrayed him and everything, and we saw what happened a number of weeks ago. But I was like, did he actually tell him something useful? And he actually did. But he expected that Vilgax will never be able to go because it doesn't matter because I'm taking over. And then, of course, we saw what happened to Ghost Freak and everything. Now he's back in the Omnitrix. But I overall enjoyed the episode. I thought it was fun. It was crazy. A lot of stuff was going down. I think that's the beauty of this show and entertainment as a whole, because I can watch a piece of content and respond a certain way. And then you all saw it when it aired or have seen it more recently or whatever for the first time, and you have a different response than me. As long as we're civil and we're not like attacking each other for different opinions, then that's fine. As long as we can have a conversation about it, that's ultimately what matters in terms of what we like, what we dislike, and all that kind of stuff. So, really enjoying the show. We're getting closer and closer to wrapping up Alien Force. And then, of course, the next step is Ultimate Aliens. So we'll see what happens in episode 15. I'm curious to see what's going to happen here, guys. So without further ado, let's get into now. Let's go. Uh-oh. Hello?
Helen? Anything?
What are they doing?
I'm sick and tired of waiting around.
You want to go on a field trip? First, you have to get by me.
Okay,
Sounds like almost 10 seconds
let's
of
do it.
pure entertainment.
It's an encrypted incoming message.
Encrypted?
It's Ben. Easy. No time to explain.
I've lost the signal.
Ben?
Are the little plumber's helpers spying on me?
What?
Stay out of this.
Is Ben possessed? So is this about the B team taking on Ben for some reason?
Gwen and Kevin are on a mission halfway across the galaxy.
By the time they got back, it might be too late.
It's 4 against Ben. He taught us practically
That's a better
everything
answer.
We know. We did pretty well before we met him. For all we know, he's been brainwashed.
Or is it
Maybe he's gotta
a
lay
trick
eggs again.
or something? I don't know. It's like the Watchtower, kinda. Now, this facility did not exist in the original show. So when was this built? How long has it been there? Whoa.
I'm okay, but I'm hiding out in the cargo hold.
Is it a training mission? I just have a feeling. I don't know.
Stick together.
Training
I'm on it.
exercise.
Wait!
It's a training
Magister
exercise.
Tennyson
Uh-oh. Exactly.
Oh, it's not safe.
Dude.
Not for Grandpa Max.
Oh my god.
Not for you.
Damn.
Echo Chamber.
Oh, shit.
Tell Grandpa Max that I'm looking for him.
Okay. Maybe this is not a training exercise.
Something's wrong with him.
He's toast.
I think they
Which
want
way
us
did he go?
confused.
I owe
Like,
him a
what's
beat.
really going on? Is
I
it this,
didn't
this,
see
or
that.
this?
Helen!
No splitting up. He said not to do that.
The first time I met Ben, he tracked me through my plumber's badge. I thought maybe...
Tracking.
felt right.
Oh, yeah.
What was that? I said we're getting close. Piers? He's jamming the communications channel. But he can't jam the locator.
I think this is training. Now I'm going back to training again? I don't know.
Looking for this?
What? That laugh.
Ben!
You're my only hope.
You're my
What can I
only
do to
hope.
help?
Oh, you fell for it. Ooh. Oh, there you go. Smart. Oh, okay, that makes more sense now.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Our badges don't even work right in here. What makes you
Well,
think
you
we
know.
can track him on a terminal?
Hurry up, Slowpoke.
You left him behind.
I know you're in here. Come out and
He's
show
taking him out
yourself.
one by one,
The others might
pretty
be
much.
afraid, but I'm not scared of you.
He hasn't even turned yet. Oh my god.
My blaster!
Oh, that was nice. Okay, I like that.
Let me tell you something, Matty Armstrong.
Let me tell you something.
You want a piece of rap? You got a piece.
Man, he has no shot. Oh, he actually got hits? And okay, never mind. Damn, that hurt.
I don't know why everybody's so scared of you. Then let me show you, pipsqueak.
What? Fell him like a rag doll. Damn. Oh my god.
Serious butt kicking.
Damn. Alright, he had no chance.
So, are you scared yet?
Are you scared?
Gravity scope shutdown.
Wait,
Central
what?
core damage. Initiate emergency procedure.
Wakey, wakey.
Ben did this to you?
Yes.
Lucky punch, followed by a lucky hammerlock.
I hear something.
He's coming back. I'll hold him off.
It's not
Run.
him.
I'm not
No.
leaving you. Whatever happens, we'll do this together.
Yeah, great plan. We'll split up so Ben can pick us off one at a time.
You got a better idea?
Yeah, we stick together until we
Stick
find them.
But I can
together.
Anybody in here?
Yes. Not who you're wanting. Oh my god.
You should have stayed with them.
Exactly. They're wanting them to work together. Fire versus ice. Damn. Okay, okay.
You're out of your league, Alan. You're the weakest one, and you know it.
He's just trying to get in your head.
Does she know at this point what's going on? What? Oh, he can just do that.
Together
It's
we
all a
send him
training
running.
exercise. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna feel stupid.
You think he's controlling the satellite?
There's only one
Probably.
way to find out.
Yeah, I'd be afraid to go in there.
Maybe you should wake up, Pierce. I've been
Wake
3
up?
steps ahead of you all day.
What?
I've outflanked you.
Gigantic humongosaur. That's working. Careful, careful. That is scary as shit. Oh my god. And it's falling. I mean, it's working. Jesus. Could that have killed him? I don't know. It's like Godzilla, basically. Locked him in. Airlock open. Oh my god.
I can't believe you just blew Ben Tennyson into outer
Yeah.
space.
You don't think he's...
Oh
the control
no.
systems took a
Oh
hit.
no.
The satellite's losing orbit.
If that projection is right, it's going to crash into the city of London.
It might blow up even before you even have to do it.
Our ship that we blew out the airlock. I don't like where this is going.
Oh my god.
But there's no other way. We wanted to be plumbers.
Oh my god.
This
They're not
is
actually
what
gonna do this, but oh my god.
We made a great team.
Holy crap, they're sacrificing themselves.
Self-destruct.
I think I've seen enough.
Exactly. Oh my god, he was just waiting. Are you gonna stop it from crashing?
Believe you guys ejected me into space.
I'm glad they have emergency thrusters. Imagine they didn't anymore.
We really knocked this thing out of orbit.
Cool. Why?
You put the safety of others ahead of your own lives.
Yes.
We're gonna be real plumbers.
That's cool.
Make me proud.
I was right. It was a training mission. I was correct. Now, I was flip-flopping going, well, what if Ben's actually being possessed somehow or something's going on that is not a training mission, it's something else and it's actually really happening. But no, there was some key points that really made it obvious. Now, I do have the voice cast pulled up in terms of the names of the 4 characters to make sure I have them down. Helen, Alan, Pierce, and Manny, the B team, if you will, that Max has been training for quite a bit. And they were given this task, a test, because they get a call from Max saying, I'm being attacked, and here comes Ben as Humongosaur. If you show up here, Max is not going to be the only one that gets hurt. You know, all that kind of stuff, like saying, don't come, but of course, they're going to show up. And conveniently, Gwen and Kevin are so far away. Were they really actually far away on a mission, or were they just made it to where they couldn't get in contact with them? So they tried, and they're like, oh, maybe Max gave them some false information that they were off-world or something, which is like, would they go off-world without Ben exactly? Like, that's a question, because they're a team, right? Ben, Gwen, and Kevin. Why would Ben not go with them so far out in the galaxy somewhere? No idea. But I think it was just a ruse just to make it to where we can't call Gwen and Kevin as backup to help, because Alan was like, well, we should have waited for help, and then they addressed the Gwen and Kevin situation, them not being in the episode. But there's a couple of key points that made it very clear. The video message that Max, like, basically told them if they get to this point, because when they get on the space station, which actually is a training facility, which I was questioning, how long has this, plumber thing been here up in space or whatever? And it's a training facility, so it's whatever. But, like, how long has it been there? But when they get to the first terminal, and there's that video for Max saying, I'm okay, stick together, and all that kind of stuff, like, they make a sticking point to literally mention that specifically, stick together, work as a team, and then, of course, they don't, because then Helen speeds off, and throughout the whole episode, they're being separated left and right. And Ben, like, see, the way Ben in this episode was being portrayed in terms of his approach to fighting them individually, his voice is so monotone and not really having any emotion. It's just flat, like he's being possessed. Like instead of him saying, "Hey guys, how you doing?" he would go, "Hey guys, how you doing?" Like something. It just felt off, but that's what he was trying to do, because I guess his whole role in this, besides of course teaching them a lesson, like beating the crap out of all of them, is you need to sound like something's wrong with you. You got to make it believable that you are not yourself at this point. So when he goes up against them individually, I thought it was really well done, him using the different aliens and everything, and especially when he fought Manny, which I'm somebody who cannot and has not ever liked Manny, especially with his introduction. I've hated this character. I've disliked him so much. And throughout his other appearances since then, it doesn't get any better for me. I can't stand it. You saw my reaction when he popped up in the opening of the episode. I'm like, I should have known based off of showing Pierce, Alan, and Helen. I should have known that Manny, because in the order it's Helen, Alan, Pierce, Manny. In case you're like, if you see me looking, it's in that order because Manny's at the bottom. Carrie Payton, of course, voicing Manny. It's nothing against him. He's a phenomenal voice actor. He's a great actor, but I just don't like his character. I can't stand Manny. But seeing Manny get his ass handed to him when Ben becomes Wrath is amazing. It's so good. Let me tell you something. I love that. I just love it. It was so good. Because at first there were some hits back and forth. But then Manny got his ass handed to him. Pretty damn bad. And we had that one scene where Alan was facing against Big Chill. Which every time I see Big Chill, I always go back to when Big Chill had kids. So Ben basically is a mother. But that was pretty crazy. Like, he was able to hold his own with his fire abilities, his heat, blast abilities. But unfortunately, Ben was like, I think even Ben was doing certain stuff as Big Chill that he hasn't done in the show, I don't think. Like, in terms of certain movesets and everything, and certain things he was doing with his ice abilities. I'm like, that's interesting and maybe new. I haven't seen that before. Maybe I'm misremembering stuff, but like, he was really pushing himself. And then when he become Humongosaur fighting all four of them, when they finally realized, because Pierce is the one who kept saying, we gotta stick together, and they continued to run off and lose each other and everything in different ways. Because Pierce was like sticking with Alan, going, okay, well, if they're gonna go and track Ben, we're gonna go find Max. And then of course everything just falls apart still. But Alan was trying to hold his own, and they all tried their best. But it's kind of crazy how Helen was taken out the way she did. But once you bring on a bunch of echoes, there's no chance at that point. Like, it's done. But I think Ben made a point to where, besides Manny, he was literally destroying Manny. Everybody else, he wasn't like super being aggressive and really hurting necessarily, but he was doing some actual, I would say, damage to them in terms of what he was pulling off. But I guess there was like a limitation, because I think he could really take all 4 of them, maybe not at once, but he could definitely take all of them and defeat them and end it for good if he wanted to, if he really was possessed or evil or anything like that. But I kept like flip-flopping and being like, well, there's certain dialogue they're using in terms of the training thing, and is he possessed? Because I'm thinking this could be a twist to where it's not training, but they make it seem like it is. But no, Ben's actually, something's wrong. Like, there's some sort of device he touched or whatever. And now I don't know. I don't know. So I wasn't sure. But it was good. The one weird thing, actually a couple, but the one really weird thing that stood out was how Max walked into frame as it's crashing. As the satellite is starting to crash the training facility, he just walks in with his Hawaiian shirt as Max. I think I've seen enough. Just smiling like, the fuck, like what? We're crashing. We're about to die here. And that's something too I want to point out. There's a couple other small weird things in terms of like just how Ben was able to get back into the airlock, or if like he was thrown in the airlock, he probably should have died as Humongousaur, but apparently he can survive. Another weird thing. But what I will get to in terms of a positive that I should have mentioned earlier, but the fact that Helen, Alan Pierce, and Manny all kind of understood, because when they threw Ben as Humongousaur out the airlock, they lost their ship in the process. They were willing to sacrifice themselves because the satellite was going to crash into London, killing millions of people. They didn't say the word killing, but I think it was Manny who said millions of people, or it was somebody, I think, or maybe Manny who said that. But one of them said millions of people, like indicating if this satellite, the training facility, crashes, millions of lives are going to be lost. So we need to blow it up before it actually crash lands. So we're willing to sacrifice ourselves. Now I'm going to say a small little spoiler. I'm gonna raise my hand as I'm saying the spoiler for a movie in case you guys want to watch the movie. Then, I don't want to spoil it first. So mute the audio when you see my hand up like this, because I will talk about the spoiler and then I'll put my hand down and I'll be done with the spoiler talk. So I want to do a comparison of something recently I saw that did the same kind of concept. 3, 2, 1, you've been warned. Here's the spoiler. For the CG Super Sons movie they did with Damien and Superboy. It was a DC movie that has no continuity of other projects, but it was a CG type film. At the end of that movie, Damian Wayne Robin and Superboy, of course, Clark's son, decide together that they're going to sacrifice themselves. It crash landing this into Earth. I think they moved the trajectory or whatever, but they were going to be sticking with it to make sure it actually avoids other people and everything like that. They were going to sacrifice their own lives. I think they were going to blow it up. I think that was it. They were going to blow it up. So it's like the same kind of thing here. What was happening here? They were willing to do the same thing, and they're young, but they're making that choice because the whole world's been infected and everything, and so it's pretty crazy. Spoiler done. Spoiler's now done. Spoiler is done. Okay. So, I thought that was impactful that they were willing to do that, because that's a pretty big decision, right? So I thought overall the episode was solid. Did we need an episode with them training and fighting Ben, pretending to be, changed and evil? No. Could this been a part of an episode, like a B plot storyline? Yes. It didn't need to be exactly like this. But I think this could have been their way to say, look, Ben 10 is about Ben Tennyson in terms of the classic show and Alien Force. But we've expanded to where, of course, in the original series we had Max and Gwen a part of the journey, and now it's Gwen and Kevin kind of leading the team with Ben. But we also have introduced a lot of other characters, and these characters have been around for quite a bit, separately and now together working under Max, that this was their final test before they go into Plumber Academy. So I guess they felt like it was important for these characters to have this episode, because maybe it ties into something like a bigger narrative later, that it makes more sense that we see them not working together, and then working together as a team, finally understanding what their whole point of the whole test was about. But of course, they didn't know it was a test. So, had a good time with the episode overall. We'll see what happens next week. I'm curious to know your thoughts about the episode, guys. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Whatever thoughts you have, guys, please let me know in the comments below. And we'll see what happens next week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.